Hello gamers, this is Sai, and welcome back to Which Way Games. What's more powerful, rock, paper, or even scissors?
And with that being said, let's get on with the video.
With the video game crash of the early 80s, Nintendo emerged from the rubble with their grey box of fun known as the NES. With a list of classic games, gamers were being reintroduced to a whole new world of gaming.
However, Sega soon followed, and the legendary rivalry between these two companies soon started.
Each were going toe to toe with each other in a period some older gamers call the Bit Wars. Eventually this rivalry would start to slow down by the late 90s, when Sega released the Dreamcast, a revolutionary console for the time that sadly didn't perform as well as Sega had hoped for.
Which is a shame, as the Dreamcast is a fantastic console with some great games.
Realising that the writing was on the wall, Sega gracefully decided to leave the console wars and instead focus on making games. Even some of the classics from the Dreamcast would eventually appear on other gaming systems.
Over time, Sega would start making games for the... I wonder what that could be.
Please, 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 please. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, it's finally here. It's finally here. Oh, I can't wait to play, can't wait to play. Yes, finally here.
Oh, it's finally here. I've been waiting ages for this to turn up. Let's get the video. The Sega Master System, such a legend when it comes to 8-bit gaming. Now I wonder what game's inside. Could it be Sonic? Could it even be the legendary Alex Kidd in Miracle World? As long as it's not that snail game. Let's find out. Yes! Now that's handy, as I happen to have Sonic right here, but that's for another time. But as for Alex the Kid, let's go back to where it all started.
With the release of the NES and the legendary Mario Brothers, Nintendo had something that Sega didn't have at the time, and this was a lovable mascot that gamers could connect with. Knowing that this was the way forward, Sega tried their hand at creating an endearing mascot that gamers would fall in love with. Enter a cute spaceship called Opa Opa from the endearing game known as Fantasy Zone. Opa Opa did its best to charm gamers with this fantastic little game of 8-bit goodness.
But sadly, Fantasy Zone was overlooked, but luckily for Sega, they had an ace up their sleeve, in the form of Alex Kidd, a martial artist with fists as big as his hair.
With Mario casting his spell for gamers for the NES, Sega felt that using Alex Kidd as their official mascot would be the competition needed to go up against the Italian plumber.
Now for some gamers, Alex Kidd was supposed to be Sega's answer to Mario, but his beginnings weren't as simple as that.
Alex Kidd started out as a licensed Dragon Ball game, starring Goku, and eventually he'll go on searching for the wish-granting Dragon Balls. Over time, while in development, the license for Dragon Ball was lost, and Sega were forced to rework the game.
Which is a shame, as it wouldn't be until 1994 that Dragon Ball would appear on Western consoles.
With inspiration taken from the legend of Sun Wukong, game developers also looked to the world of martial arts. Bruce Lee's infamous yellow jumpsuit would become the foundation for the outfit that Alex Kidd would end up wearing. However, developers felt that red and yellow would be more appealing to the eye. Eventually, Alex Kidd in Miracle World was born, with some gamers classed as one of the classics of 8-bit gaming. And come November 1986, Alex Kidd in Miracle World was released for gamers to enjoy.
And like always, let's go back to the past to see how Alex Kidd was advertised.
絶好調のメガソフトアレックス・キッドのミラクルワールドアレックが繰り広げるスリルとサスペンスの大冒険超ウルトラアドベンチャーゲームアレックス・キッドのミラクルワールド
The story of Alex Kidd begins on top of Mount Eternal, where for 7 long years, Alex has been training in the Shell Core technique, an ancient martial art that brings power as well as the ability to increase their fists. With his training complete, Alex leaves Mount Eternal and encounters a mysterious dying man. He informs Alex that the once powerful city of Radishan is now under threat by the tyrant Janken the Great, who defeated King Thunder in combat. And now the king is nowhere to be found, and Janken the Great has kidnapped Prince Igel, the only heir to the throne of Radishan. Sadly, the stranger passes away before giving Alex a strange medallion and a map of the kingdom to aid in his journey.
Gameplay has gamers controlling Alex Kidd through this 8-bit classic for the Sega Master System.
Starting out, gamers will have to make the dangerous journey down Mount Eternal, dodging enemies and getting used to the game's controls. Gamers are also able to attack enemies using Alex Kidd's fists, and throughout each stage, a fireball power-up can be collected for long-range attacks.
Perhaps this was an early version of Goku's Kamehameha.
Not only can gamers collect power-ups, but they can also collect money which can be used to purchase other items, including vehicles, such as cars and even helicopters that take some skill to master when playing. When gamers reach the end of certain stages, Alex will eventually go head-to-head against one of Janken's henchmen in a game of rock, paper or scissors.
But if Alex loses this match, then it's game over. In fact, Alex will die even if he's hit once.
However, for gamers of the 80s, this wasn't a problem, especially if they held up on the D-pad and pressed button 2 8 times during the game over screen. What's great about Alex Kidd Miracle World is a variety of stages found throughout the game. And with that comes a change in gameplay that only adds to the experience of playing.
When released, Alex Kidd Miracle World was praised by gamers and critics, and over the years has gained a cult following with retro gamers.
While most platformers at the time followed a simple run and jump from left to right formula, Miracle World featured strategy, RPG elements, and themed stages that even now are a joy to look at. There would be other games starring Alex Kidd, but they couldn't quite capture the same magic or even the same charm as Miracle World.
Now, Alex Kidd will also make a few cameos in other games over the years, such as the arcade classic Altered Beast.
Eventually, Sega would try their hand at another mascot to rival Mario, which ultimately led to Alex Kidd no longer being the poster boy for Sega. Instead, gamers got the hedgehog with an attitude and a panache for running at the speed of sound.
Alex Kidd is sometimes regarded as gaming's greatest underdog, but as they say, third time's a charm when this blue hedgehog took the world by storm and changed the world of gaming forever.
Overall, Alex Kidd and Miracle World is a fun game to play that combines strategy, platforming and some RPG elements. With its cute looks and solid gameplay, it's easy to see why this game has a cult following. Gamers will find themselves enjoying this endearing classic from the world of 8-bit gaming. Hopefully in time, another Alex Kidd game will emerge and recapture the magic that made Miracle World such a hit. Perhaps Alex Kidd will even meet Goku on an adventure sometime in the future.
Anyway, come back next time where a pilot takes to the sky in order to stop the invasion from the evil dictator known as General Red. Thanks so much for watching and see you next game.
We'll be right back.